There is a car payment epidemic.
But I can't get behind those $700 plus car payments. That's outrageous!
How much is your car payment?
$1,800.
There are people with outrageous monthly payments for their cars, and yet they wonder why life is so difficult, why they can't pay their bills. Maybe it's because they bought a car that they can't afford. And we're going to be looking at some TikToks from these type of individuals.
How much is your car payment?
Just 800.
How much is your car payment?
$1,800, just like my cousin.
How much is your car payment?
$1,800? $1,800? That's more than a lot of people's rent just in a car payment. That is so crazy. I don't even, what car would you drive that would cost $1,800 a month? These are just the car payments. These aren't accounting for other fees like insurance or gas or repairs. Like, that person's vehicle expenses are minimum $2,000 a month. That's crazy.
How much is your car payment? How much is your car payment?
I paid it in full in cash, right there and then.
How much is your car payment?
I just paid off my car salon.
How much is your car payment?
$480.
How much is your car payment?
$660, but I paid $650.
$1,800 for what? How much he making? I don't think it's a matter of how much he's making. It's a matter of how much he's spending. $1,800. I don't even know. That is insane.
Y'all, I cannot be getting behind these $700 car payments. Every time I work on budgets and I see any car payment, even above like $600, I want to like choke on my own vomit. And before you say, just the average car is like $35,000, I don't care. You don't need a $35,000 car.
That is facts. I don't understand why people find pride in spending exuberant amounts of money on a car. It's just a car. Like, to actually afford a $35,000 car, and I mean afford it, like comfortably afford it, you probably got to be making like $90K, $100K minimum. Otherwise, that car payment's going to be weighing you down every month. It just doesn't make sense. Now, I understand that car prices are mega inflated right now. Since COVID, car supply has decreased immensely. There was the chip shortage. Even used car prices went through the roof too. But should you be buying a $35,000 car? Probably not. And there's people buying like brand new $50,000 cars. I just don't understand why people would spend that much on a car. It's a depreciating asset. You're going to lose money over time. Like, that's basically a guarantee. Why not put your money into something that's actually going to grow over time?
You want a $35,000 car.
That is so true. You do not need a $35,000 car, but you want a $35,000 car. And this is the whole thing. Just because you can get approved to buy it doesn't mean that you can afford it. There's a huge difference between affordability and approval. People get that twisted all the time and end up taking on more debt than they can comfortably afford. And then they end up on TikTok complaining about how much their monthly payment is and how tough their life is because they made the decision to buy a car that they can't afford.
And my car payment was $315.15. And I thought that was a lot, and it really isn't. Nowadays, with my income and everything, I would say, like, I don't think I'd be comfortable paying more than $450. $500 is pushing it. And some of you are willing to have $700 plus car payments. Not only that, I've seen people with car payments like more than some people's mortgages. I've seen people come with car payments like $1,400. For $1,400, I better be able to live in that thing.
I'm right with her. I think it's outrageous to have a car payment that's $1,400 a month. That's insane. Even half that at $700, even that's a lot of money to be spending just for your car. Again, that doesn't account for insurance. That doesn't account for gas, repairs, anything like that. And sure, there's warranties, and sure. And those car payments might even be leases. They might not even be financed. So, like, what are we doing here?
I feel like cars are just like the biggest tricks ever, because it's like I've just never looked at someone's vehicle, even if it's like the oldest thing in the world, and been like, ew, like, look what I don't care. I feel like most people do not care. Like, I will get in the oldest, like, beat up car ever of someone else's and not give two shits, as long as it's not, like, piled with trash and fast food. Like, I do care about that stuff, but I would care about that if it was a brand new car.
She raises a great point. Who cares? The people buying cars for $50,000 whatever dollars, they're doing it for the status associated with the fact that they can buy a $50,000 car or a $35,000 car, whatever it may be. For young people especially, under 30, who cares? Who really cares what car you drive? I mean, like she said, as long as it's clean, doesn't have fast food bags everywhere, it's not disgusting, then like, who cares? I would also add the stipulation that so long as the car is safe to drive, who cares? But if you get in your buddy's car and you're concerned that the wheels are going to fall off and it's got McDonald's bags from 3 weeks ago in the back seat, like, what are we doing?
But I can't get behind those $700 plus car payments. That's outrageous. And you know it is, okay? You can try to justify it all day, all you want. You can try to justify that.
Like, I think anyone trying to justify a $700 car payment, I think that's just cope. That is just pure copium. There is no justification other than overindulgence and blatant consumerism. Like, that's pretty much it. There are safe cars to drive that are under $15,000. Sure, you may not like the cars in that price range, but what do you like more? Being able to comfortably live your life or being in debt to a car that you can't afford? Like, I can't believe that's even a choice that's up for debate. Some don't have a choice. You definitely have a choice of what car you buy. It's why there are options. Buy one that you can afford. Doesn't get simpler than that. Skylar Tyson says, I work for Toyota. People every day pay $700 plus. I see $1,100. It's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. Stephanie Santiago says her car payment is $350 on a brand new 2023 vehicle. I wasn't budgeting for more than that. The original creator replies and says, people are acting like a $700 car payment is a necessity. It just simply is not a necessity. Does not need to happen.
What are you driving with your car payment?
I drive a 2020 Corolla and I paid $300.
That's amazing. It's a relatively new car and she's got a good monthly payment on it, around $300. That's pretty good. I'd be curious to know how much she had to put down for that, but still, that's impressive. Considering probably what we're about to hear in this video, I bet you that's either the best one or close to it.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
I drive a 2022 Toyota Tundra. I pay $625 a month.
What are you driving? What's your car payment?
I got a 2024 Grand Highlander. I pay $1,200 a month.
That is crazy. I can't even let him finish speaking.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
I have a 22 4Runner TRD off-road with no car payment. I paid cash.
The only thing that beats a $300 car payment is no car payment. Paying cash is probably the best way to do it. You don't incur any debt. If you're paying cash for a brand new vehicle, 20% of that money, gone as soon as you drive it off the lot. So, like, if you're going to pay cash for a vehicle, you should probably buy one that's already been through the majority of its depreciation. Otherwise, you're just literally burning 20 to 30% of your money instantly.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
I have a 2024 Toyota Limited 4Runner and I pay $572 a month.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
I drive a Mercedes and I have no payment because my parents bought me my first car.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
2023 TRD Camry and it's paid off.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
Crown, Toyota Crown Platinum. It's $590.
What even is that car? A luxury car? Just looks like any other Toyota to me. Toyota Crown. Never heard of that. Yeah, me neither. Leave it to a Toyota dealership on TikTok to inform me of a new vehicle make. I had no idea what that was. Apparently it's a luxury vehicle. I'm curious actually, what does one of those go for? I'm gonna look. So I'm Canadian, so these prices will be in Canadian dollars, not freedom dollars. For a 2025 Toyota Crown, you're looking at like $57,000 to $66,000 Canadian, plus a 7% interest rate. They have a weekly lease rate. They don't even put the monthly payment anymore because it's so scary. They put a weekly lease rate of $238. That's well over $900 a month just to lease the car. So I was right. The girl in the video at the beginning had the best monthly payment. Easily. It's so funny to me seeing dealerships make these types of videos with their employees, trying to like normalize having a high monthly payment for your car. Like, don't worry guys, it's okay if you have a monthly payment of like $700, because like our staff is paying like $1,200 or like $800. So like you're getting a good deal at like $700, $550, $600. Start asking what their interest rate is too. Yeah, I bet you their interest rates are terrible. If they're buying new cars, the interest rate in the last, I don't know, year and a half has been pretty high. The prime interest rate was like what, 4 or 5%? And banks and car companies are obviously going to put a premium on that. So you're probably looking at like 7, 8, 9%. Like you're paying so much in interest on the debt you're taking on to buy the car. If an $1,800 car payment absolutely floored you, drop a like. I'll see you in the next video.